Hey everybody, welcome back to Mad Backyard. Today we're going to show you how to smoke a whole chicken in an electric smoker. We'll show you how we prep and season the chicken, the best way to set up the electric smoker to cook it low and slow, and how we finish it off with high heat to get juicy meat and crispy skin. Once you take your whole chicken out of the packaging, make sure to rinse it really well in the sink and remove the neck from the cavity. Then pat it really dry with paper towels, both inside and out. I typically don't trim whole chickens much, if at all, but if there is a large piece of flappy skin hanging off one of the ends, you can trim it off. Once you've patted the skin dry really well, you can go ahead and season the chicken. You don't need to apply oil to get the rub to stick. The rub will stick just fine, and if anything, the oil is going to keep the skin from getting crispy later on. Today I'm going to be smoking 2 whole chickens, so I'm using 2 different rubs on them. The first one is this Bayou Blend Cajun seasoning from Hogs Barbecue. This is Malcolm Reed's brand from How to Barbecue Right. You don't need to cake your rubs on thick. Just give the chicken a nice generous sprinkle and make sure to get inside the cavity as well. The other rub is a favorite of mine, and you've seen me use it in lots of other videos, and that's Three Little Pigs Kansas City Championship rub. Now I love this rub on pulled pork and ribs, but I especially like it on chicken. Since the plan today is to finish the chicken with high heat, I'm avoiding rubs with a lot of sugar because we don't want that sugar to burn later on. The Hogs Cajun seasoning has no sugar at all. It's more of a savory rub with salt, garlic, onion powder, and red bell pepper flavors. The Three Little Pigs seasoning does have sugar, however, it's listed as the 6th ingredient after everything else, so a very low sugar content overall. This is something you want to keep an eye on whenever you're cooking with high heat. Save the sugary barbecue rubs where sugar is listed as the 1st or 2nd ingredient for when you're doing more low and slow cooking, like pulled pork or ribs, or even something like boneless, skinless chicken thighs. Let the rubs set on the chicken for at least 30 minutes, or even longer if you want to set it back in the refrigerator, open to air. You can do this for a few hours or even overnight. It's called dry brining, and it works great on poultry. You can see exactly how we do it in all our smoked turkey videos too. This will give the salt more time to work its way into the skin, helping to dry it out. In a good way. The less moisture that's in the skin when we go to cook it, the easier it's going to be to get it nice and crispy at the end. But today, we're just letting the rub sit on the chicken for about 30 minutes while we get our electric smoker set up. All right, guys, we've got our Masterbuilt electric smoker here. We preheated it to 275 degrees. That's the highest that this particular smoker will go. Now, you can go lower if you want to smoke your chicken for even longer, but I find that 275 works fine for me to get enough smoke flavor on my chicken. We also set it up with no water pan today. You can see inside I've got 2 shelves because we're doing 2 chickens, and I didn't put any water in the water pan that comes with the smoker because I want to keep it dry inside there. I want that skin to crisp up. We're going to get moisture from the fat under the skin. We don't need moisture from water. It's not that long of a cook where we need a moist environment in the smoker. So all that said, pretty easy to set up, preheat it. Make sure you preheat your smoker before you add your wood chips. That way the heating element's nice and hot. When those wood chips hit the heating element, they're going to create good, clean smoke right away. If you add your wood chips and then turn on the smoker, you're just going to get a bunch of dirty white startup smoke as that heating element heats up. You're going to waste a lot of wood chips, or probably a batch or 2 before it's finally heated up and you can actually have smoke that you can use. Same goes for if you've got the slow smoker attachment, which I have on my smoker here. You've seen me use this in other videos. It mounts on the side of your smoker. It's nice because there's a chute inside and you can fill the whole thing up with wood chips, so you don't have to keep reloading every 30 minutes or so. It doesn't matter as much on a whole chicken where we're not going to be doing that long of a smoke, but it's really nice on a brisket and pork butt and things like that, so you don't have to keep adding wood chips over and over and over again. So this has its own power supply and heating element, so same as with the smoker, make sure to turn this on as well. I've got it preheated now, so we're going to go ahead and add our wood chips. Today I'm using hickory wood chips just because I really like the flavor of hickory on almost anything, but especially on chicken. You can go with whatever you want though, you know, apple, cherry wood, oak, you know, whatever you like as far as smoking woods. And that's probably enough for now. We'll let that start making some smoke and then we'll get our chicken on. And I had this closed while I was preheating because it does kind of preheat the smoker a little faster if you close the vent. But then once you add your wood, make sure you open that up so that you've got good airflow and a good burn on your wood chips. I'm gonna go ahead and throw my meter probe thermometer in one of the chickens as well. This is nice wireless probe thermometer I use all the time. Little trick is depending where you want your probe thermometer to land inside the meat, we want it right in the center of the breast here. You can kind of pinch your fingers to find that spot where it's going to go in and then stop right there. So on a chicken or a turkey, usually it's best to kind of come from the back, kind of in the center of the breast like that. You got to kind of work it through the skin to start, and then we're just going to move it in right there so that it's hopefully right about in the center of the breast meat right there. And if you've got your nitrile gloves with your cloth liners underneath, it just makes moving hot food and things around inside the smoker a lot easier. Once your food's inside the smoker, try not to open the door, especially on a cold day like this. You're gonna lose a lot of heat every time you open the door, especially on an electric smoker. It takes a while to come back up to temperature. So leave it alone, use a good probe thermometer like I am so you can keep track of your temperature without having to open the door and use an instant thermometer over and over and over again. I'm gonna set the target temperature on the meter app to only 140 degrees because that's as high as I want this chicken to go before we remove it from the smoker to finish it with high heat. This way, the meter will start alerting me at 130 degrees as it's getting close. And I can let the chicken do its thing in the smoker until then without needing to constantly open the door to check the temperature. At 275 degrees, plan on about 2 hours of smoking in the electric smoker to get the chicken up to about 130 degrees internally, then another 20 to 30 minutes to finish it with high heat. To do this, you can use your oven or set up your gas grill with only a few burners on one side lit for indirect heat and aim for about 350 to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. Our chicken's up to about 130 degrees internally in the breast meat. I also spot checked the thighs with an instant read thermometer, and they're up to about 135, 140 degrees. So we've got about 25, 30 degrees to go. We're gonna go ahead and get it on the gas grill to finish it off with high heat. And I'll show you why we're gonna do that. Now, with all the smoke and the low and slow cooking, the skin has developed a really nice color, but you can see that it still is kind of dry and a little rubbery when I press on it. We're not getting much fat or juice bubbling up, through the skin or anything like that. So this is still a little rubbery to eat. You're welcome to keep smoking it at the current temperature till the breast meat gets up to 165, the thighs get up to 175, but it's going to be a little tough to eat the skin, and I'll be honest, it's not going to be as juicy because all that fat in a chicken is mostly underneath the skin and it's not rendered out yet. So I think a better way is to finish it off with high heat, whether it's on your gas grill or an oven or even a charcoal grill, something with indirect heat, about 325, 350 degrees, just to finish it off to get that skin in a little better shape. Now we've got our gas grill set up with just the side burners on here on low and medium. What we're trying to do is just get indirect heat. So I've got the breast meat mostly pointing away from the heat and the legs and the thigh meat a little closer because they can handle the brunt of that heat coming at them like that. So we've got it set up for indirect heat here. We're gonna go ahead and close the lid, try to keep our heat in. And I'm gonna kind of just watch it and adjust these propane burners as needed to keep the temperature about 350 degrees. Depending on your grill and the accuracy of the thermometer mounted on top, which are notorious for being incorrect, you may need to adjust your temperature a little different than what I'm doing. After about 10 to 15 minutes, you should start to see and hear the skin crackling a little bit and see some more juices flowing, but you just want to be careful not to turn the heat up too high and burn any part of the chicken. Once the breast meat's up to 165 degrees and the thighs are up to 175, you can go ahead and remove the chicken from the grill or the oven and let it rest for about 15 minutes before you serve it. Let's go ahead and try out these smoked chickens. I got the one on the cutting board here. This is the one with the Cajun rub from Killer Hogs. You can see we got nice and juicy, great color on there, good crispy skin. And then we also have the one with the Three Little Pigs seasoning. Got a little darker because it has more sugar in it than the Cajun rub, but still came out really nice and juicy too. Let's go ahead and try this one here. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the cutting the thigh off. Kind of work along the side of the bone here. Beautiful. Beautiful color. You can take the wing off the back here first. And then I like to just kind of cut down the center of the breastbone here. Get our breast meat. tender, falling apart. Look at that, just so tender. Let's go ahead and give this a try. You get so much smoke right off the bat from that hickory wood. Good kick from that Cajun rub we used as well, but not too spicy. And then this white meat chicken is just, I mean, you can't beat that. Just falling apart in your hands. Delicious. Let's try some of the dark meat now. Even better. On chicken, I'm a dark meat guy, but the white meat tells the story of whether you did it right or not, in my opinion. And for the white meat to come out that tender, that juicy, with such a long smoke, and then finishing it with that high heat, you really can't beat it on a whole chicken when you do it like this. I'll put a link to the full step-by-step recipe you can find at our website, madbackyard.com, down in the description below, as well as links to all the products we used today if you want to check those out too. Please also make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons if you enjoyed this video. Smash! Smash! And as always, thanks for watching.